So this is part 7 to my scam series on how I was scammed by Mr. Million, the Facebook dating swindler. I promise y'all the story is going to get crazy. Just wait and listen. I am not the only victim, okay? No, I'm not. He is doing and has done this to multiple women that he has met through the Facebook dating app. That's why he is called the Facebook dating swindler. Just wait and see. Just listen. Yes, I should have been more careful. Yes, I shouldn't have been naive. Yes, I wanted somebody to like me. Yes, I am admitting to everything. Everything you're thinking. Yes, I know, and I have felt it. Trust me. Trust me, I get it, okay? I'm just the only female I think that he has got the most from, okay? So where I left off, I had woke up around like 6:30 in the morning, and I instantly checked my phone and I see no response from him. And of course I didn't hear a phone call from the front desk or anyone to wake me up. So I started feeling like, what's going on? And so I instantly call him, and I'm blowing his phone up. I called his phone so many times. No answer. Kept calling, no answer. So I leave the hotel and make my way to the apartment complex. It was like 7 a.m., something like that. And when I pull up, I'm just sitting outside watching the residents going in and out because I just wanted to find the right person to see who I can help let me in, because of course they all have access to the building with these key fobs. So then I see this guy walking his dog, and I walk up to him and I said to him, like, hey, my boyfriend just moved in this apartment building and he's upstairs asleep, and he knows I'm on the way over here, but he's not answering the phone. He's asleep. Do you mind just letting me up? He was hesitant at first, but then he ended up being cool about it. And then of course he explained to me how I couldn't access anywhere in the building without the key fobs. So he was saying, like, if you go anywhere in the building, I'm just going to have to go with you until you find him, because I don't want you to get locked inside of the building. So we get on the elevator, we go up. Mind you, of course, the last place that I thought he said he was on the 5th floor. Told him, let's just check the 5th floor at first, because I wanted to see if he would actually had been up there. So go up to the 5th floor. There's not a soul up there. I just looked to the left, and it was the little lounge area, and then when you look straight ahead, they have an outdoor lounge area. Go to the right, it was some bathrooms, and then I didn't explore anything beyond that perimeter to know what was over there. So of course, once we don't see anyone, the guy that let me up, he was like asking, do you know what floor he lives on? And I said, of course I know what floor he lives on. So then I'm like, okay, well, he lives on the 3rd floor, so let's just go there. Go down to the 3rd floor. He lived right when you got off the elevator. Or I wouldn't say lived, I would say the apartment was right when you got off the elevator. So I'm just knocking. I sat there and knocked for about 30 seconds to a minute. I was soft knocking, like I guess I wasn't knocking hard enough. I don't know. Nobody came to the door though. And so then the dude's just standing in the elevator looking at me like, are you even really telling the truth? He's trying to figure out what do I have going on. And then he keeps telling me, like, well, I just would like for you to come with me, because I feel like if I leave you and then he's not here, you're going to be locked inside the building on this floor and you won't be able to get out, basically. And so I just stood there for a second, and I was pondering, and I was like, damn. And I said, okay, well, he does have a point, and that does make sense, so let me just leave. Nobody still came to the door. Get on the elevator, go back down the elevator, and as we're going back down the elevator, I had texted him and I said, call me. Y'all, the moment I had got off that elevator and I'm walking to my car, get in my car, he's calling. I feel like he had watched me through, like, out the window, because the way I had parked, like the way his apartment was, or where the apartment was, I should say, you literally could see my car like diagonal distance. The moment I answer the phone, he's like, what are you doing? Why are you here so early? What's your problem? Like, you doing the most? Why you acting weird? Da-da-da this, da-da-da that. And I start screaming at him like, you're the one acting weird. Why did you not answer the phone? Why did you not come to the hotel last night? I tell him, what is going on? You need to stop lying. You need to tell me what's going on. He's persistent and insisting that he is not lying and that I'm the one that's being weird. We go back and forth on the phone. Eventually, he says he's about to come down. So then we get off the phone. He texts me and says, where am I parked at on the street? I tell him. He replies and says, I'm confused on why you doing weird shit. You making me nervous. I said, what's the problem and what's weird? You didn't come to the hotel. You wasn't planning on coming into the hotel. I just woke up and now I'm here. So that's weird. Doesn't respond to that. All he says back is that he's coming down. So I replied, and I'm trying to catch him up in his lie. And I said, but you're laying in the bed and you can buzz me up from your phone. So it's no big deal. He replies back and says that I can't get up the elevator, which later on down the road, come to find out, I could. I was like, okay, still just a little bitty tiny ounce trying to give this man the benefit of the doubt and believe that he's not lying. So I replied and I said, I know, but I can still get through the front door and I could just meet you at the elevator. But by then, he's already done came down and walking out the front door. So when I look up and I see him, this man has a whole different outfit on. So I instantly was like, what is going on? He gets in my car and tries to act like he's upset. Like, why you here so early? You making me nervous. You doing weird shit. What you on, some setup shit? What you on? Like, he keeps asking me what am I on? And that's when I couldn't take it no more. And I just came back and said, what are you on? You the one who's lying? Like, nigga, I said I went up to the 5th floor. You wasn't there. So where was you? I slept by the pool. Why you doing weird shit? Da, 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 da. Like screaming, y'all. Like he got so like he's like this, like jumping up and down, like screaming, like trying to prove his point that he is not lying. He was like, I waited all night for this nigga to come with my car, and he didn't. Don't you think I'm mad about that? I waited for dude to come with this camera, and he didn't. I'm mad about that. He said, I'm so mad that I had to sleep next to the pool. This man said he slept next to the pool in a lounge chair. So I'm like, pool? What pool? Where? I didn't see no pool. He's like, you wouldn't see no pool. You wouldn't know because you don't live here. Then I said, how are you in different clothes? He told me that he went inside of his storage unit and changed clothes. Just kept questioning him. He literally just kept talking over me because he just kept wanting to prove his point that he wasn't lying and that he was actually where he said he was. And so I'm just an emotional girl. I can cry at the drop of the dime, just like that, when I'm upset and when I'm mad, anything, any type of emotion. So from where I was just so irritated and so mad, I started crying and I started breaking down. And I was just like, I just cannot believe that you're acting like this and that you're talking to me like this and that we're even here right now in this moment. Now that I'm crying, now he's trying to console me and he's holding me and he's hugging me and he's telling me to stop crying and that everything's going to be okay. And he was like, just wait and see. I promise you, when dude get back on my car, you going to see. So I just calmed down and I just believed what he said. So we sat there and then he did the famous line and asked me to pull up my maps so he could put an address in my phone. Pull up my maps, give him my phone. He put some address. I can't remember how far it was, but it was a camera store. And he says, go here. But of course, like I had tapped on it to click and see, but it had said like arriving at wherever we was going. So I seen like, okay, we were just going to a store. So that's cool. So we pull up to the store and he's asking me to go into the store with him. And I said, no, I don't feel like it because I was still kind of upset. So he's like, okay, hops out, goes inside the store. 5-10 minutes go by. Now he's calling me and he's like, babe, I need you to come inside the store. I need to use your card. I said, no. And I said it sternly, no. He was like, I promise you, I'm not buying anything. I'm just trying to rent this camera, but they said that they need a card on file while we rent the camera. And he was like, it's not your car is not going to get charged until we, or he said, it's not going to be no payment charged until we bring the camera back from renting it. He just said they just need a card on file. And I just went inside with my card.